Gambling God here for you. December 15th, 2019, your fixed NFL Week 15. Is this 15? I think it's 15. Who the hell knows anymore? It's Sunday, December 15th, 2019. Actually, this is Week 15. Next week is 16. It's the Super Bowl in most fantasy football leagues next week. Semifinals with us here in most fantasy football leagues. Good luck to you if you made it this far. I did make it in one of my leagues. The other two, not in the cards this year. For your Sunday, December 15th, 2019, here are your NFL picks. I got to do this quick. I got stuff going on here at the house, all kinds of stuff happening, but I'm here to give this to you. It's early in the morning. It's not even 9:30. I hate being awake this early in the morning, but nonetheless, the Gambling God is here for you. I went over these games last night. Hope you all had the Miami Heat last night as predicted, defeating the Dallas Mavericks in overtime. Your first game on the board here, we have Seattle at Carolina. Carolina +6. I like Seattle to win this game, coming off a loss against the Rams last week. I like Seattle to rebound on the road, getting it done. I don't have a feeling on Carolina and the spread. I don't think Carolina upsets them. Obviously, it's possible. Anything's possible. Remember, I'm telling you that because in these games, the overarching theme is that these picks are not based on athletic ability. You need to remember and you need to understand that these games are scripted like Cirque du Soleil. So if Russell Wilson twists an ankle, okay, and goes out of the game, and suddenly Kyle Allen throws 4 touchdowns to DJ Moore, which I hope he does, that's part of the script. Most people are going to jump on Seattle here. I like Seattle to rebound, go on the road and get the win against Carolina. But like I said, if Carolina somehow ekes this out with their new coach coaching for probably his not his job, but trying to make an audition so that Carolina would select him to be the coach. That's always a possibility. That's always a story, like the Knicks in basketball. They fire their coach and suddenly they start playing better. Having said all that, I like Seattle to win. I think that's probably the best bet of the week. But it is a road game. Road games are tough to predict in football, in any sport. But again, in any event, overall, Seattle, I think, is your best bet just to win money line. Don't get involved with the spreads. Seattle Seahawks defeat Carolina. New England, Cincinnati, what is there to say here? This is the classic example of what they do to you. New England, they played against 2 teams prior to this, lost both of the games. So anyone that was betting on New England the whole way through, suddenly now they're sitting there saying, oh, we're going to double and triple up. But on the money line, you can't triple up right now because they're -10.5. They have to be like -500 or 600 on the money line. So you can't make that money back on New England that you lost the last 2 weeks in a row. I think they lost They lost to Houston and then Kansas City the last 2 weeks. So against Houston, they were -3. I think they were like -150 on the money line. And then Kansas City, I think they were also -3. So anyone who doubled up in those weeks back to back, you can't make that money back right now unless you put like $10,000 on New England. And good luck with that. New England has to win this game. I can't see Cincinnati putting 4 quarters together and beating New England. This should be a complete destruction. New England -10.5. I'm not getting involved in those kinds of point spreads. There are all kinds of what they call backdoor covers. A kick return at the end of the game, a pick 6, a fumble recovery. New England gets up big. They take Brady out, and Cincinnati scores a garbage touchdown at the end. New England to win. Don't have a feeling on the spread. Tampa Bay at Detroit. Tampa Bay -5.5. I like Detroit to win this game. I like the over. Something's telling me Detroit's going to win this game. I don't know what it is. Something is saying take Detroit. So for that, if you want to take a risk on the money line, put $20 on it. But my feeling with the 5.5, take Detroit plus 5.5, buy it up to 7.5 if you can. I feel comfortable with that. The Tampa Bay has a good team. Mike Evans is out, and Winston throws a lot of interceptions. Any game where Tampa Bay is favored scares me, like the Jets. I like Detroit to win, take them to cover. Chicago, Green Bay, always a grudge match. One of the biggest rivalries and the oldest rivalry in the NFL. Green Bay -4.5. Throw all that crap out the window. This will be a tough one. It's going to be cold. It's going to be in the teens in Green Bay. I am playing against Aaron Rodgers, and I am playing against Aaron Jones this week, so I am rooting for Chicago. Do I think Chicago has what it takes to get it done to win in Green Bay? It'll be tight. Trubisky has to prove himself. I think Green Bay gets it done. I don't know if they cover 4.5. I don't give you advice on spreads. It's hard enough to pick the winner. If I had to pick a winner here, I would pick Green Bay. I don't know about Chicago with the points. I can see Green Bay winning this by 3 or even by double digits because Chicago's offense has not been that good. They haven't used David Montgomery correctly. Trubisky has taken a step back. The defense has looked okay, but vulnerable. This will be a tight game. It could go either way, to be honest. I think Green Bay wins and gets it done. Denver, Kansas City, same as with New England. Kansas City went into New England last week and won. It would be very easy to say take Kansas City. Remember, these games are fixed. This is not real. This is like WWE, and I could definitely see Denver going in and winning. They've been tough on the road. They went into Minnesota, and they beat Minnesota's ass. They lost the game, but they were up 20-0 before the bookies made them throw that game, which they did. They did what was right. And then last week, they went into Houston, and they smacked Houston around. So if you want to try Denver plus 11.5, it's 9.5. But if you could buy it up to 11.5, it's a decent play. You want to try them on the money line because people are going to take Kansas City thinking, oh, well, Kansas City just beat New England. How are they going to lose to Denver? Well, I don't know. Why don't you ask the Clippers? Because the Clippers last night went into Chicago and lost 109-106 when the Bulls the night before had lost to Memphis. So how do you lose to Memphis at home by 15 points and then the next night you beat the Clippers? You tell me. I don't know. So, in any event, I like Denver to cover at 9.5. Buy it up to 11.5. That's my feeling on this game. KC should win, but there's no value in KC minus 9.5. Next, we have Miami and the Giants. Giants minus 3. I was talking to a friend of mine about this last night. I don't like the Giants minus 3. I don't think the Giants have done anything this year to deserve to be a 3-point favorite. I like Miami. Overall, I like Miami this season. Miami has played decently, especially when they've been a dog. They went on the road. They beat Indianapolis. My feeling on this game, I like the over. Neither of these teams have great defenses, and so I like the over here, but I don't have a feeling on the spread one way or the other. There are better games. We'll keep shopping. Houston at Tennessee. I like Tennessee to win this game. They've played better. Derrick Henry has been much better than expected. He stayed healthy, which is rare for a running back. Let's take Tennessee to win this game. I like Tennessee here to defeat Houston. Houston, it's obviously it's a first place game. Both of these teams are in first place, and so I think it could go either way. But I like Tennessee to win this game. They play twice in the next 3 weeks. These two teams. I think Tennessee takes it here. Philadelphia at Washington. I like Washington here plus 6.5. Buy it up to plus 8.5. I could definitely see Washington winning this game only because it's fixed. I only am giving you that because I think I know these games are fixed. Okay, so let's go Washington plus 6.5. Buy it up to plus 8.5. Washington a definite value play. Philadelphia's got all kinds of injuries. They were given a gift on Monday night against the Giants. The bookies let them win that game after they were down 17-3. Clearly scripted. Hope you took my advice and took the Giants plus 9 and bought it up to plus 11. And then after that, took Philly when they were down 17-3 when they were on the money line on live betting plus 7. So on that one, I like the Redskins plus 6.5. Buy it up to plus 8.5. Redskins are a decent value play on the money line. Cleveland at Arizona. I like Arizona to win this game. I don't like Cleveland on the road. I don't like Mayfield. Beckham is starting to make overtures that he wants out of there. I don't like Freddie Kitchens. I don't think he's a good coach. I think he's a fat slob. He belongs working in a Home Depot. I don't think he belongs on an NFL sideline. I don't think he knows what he's doing. Arizona wins this game. I like the over here. I think there'll be a lot of scoring in this game. Arizona defeats Cleveland. Jacksonville at Oakland. I think Jacksonville has quit on their coach Doug Marrone. He's a goner at the end of the year. Oakland is home. This is my I think my third favorite game of the week here. At Tennessee is my number 2, but Oakland should beat Jacksonville. Jacksonville has not showed anything the last few weeks. They've gotten their ass blown out. I like Oakland to defeat Jacksonville. I don't have a feeling on Jacksonville plus the points. I think Oakland could blow them right away. Minnesota at the Chargers. Tough game. I like the under in this game. I think I know both these teams have a very good defense. They're both capable of scoring. I had a dream last night that Kirk Cousins got hurt. I don't know if that means anything, but the Chargers are capable of winning this game. They're only a 1.5-point underdog. This game could go either way. I don't have a real true feeling on this game. It's really tight. It's one way or the other. I'll take the Chargers to win because they're home. Minnesota, good team, as we know. A very good team. They need the win. Chargers are not playing for anything really, but they are a good team. They are going to come up. They are going to show up and play. I can't take Minnesota on the road. If you have to bet this game, buy the Chargers up to 3.5 and take the 3.5. But it could really go either way. This is a tight one. There's better games out there. Rams at Dallas. I'm going to take Dallas here. Dallas is 6-7, fighting for first place. They have a Rams team coming off a home win against the Seattle, which was a very good win for them. And I think they the bookies let them win that game on Sunday night. It was nice. They have to give back now. I see Dallas winning this game. I don't like Dallas. I hate the Cowboys. I would prefer that they lose the rest of their games. But just my feeling on this game is that Dallas gets it done at home and gets back on track. Atlanta at San Francisco. San Francisco has a lot of guys out on defense. I am playing against Matt Ryan. Atlanta getting 10.5. Any NFL team getting 10.5 is normally a decent play. Buy Atlanta up to 12.5. I think Atlanta covers this spread. They seem to have some of their pieces back in place, even though they're not playing for anything. Mike Smith seems to have them on the right track. Take Atlanta to cover the 12.5 if you can get it. I think San Fran wins, obviously, but I see Atlanta covering 12.5 if you can buy it up from 10.5 to 12.5. Even if you got it at 10.5, I would take the plus 10.5. Finally, in the night game, Buffalo-Pittsburgh. I like Buffalo. I like the under. Most people are going to take the under here. These teams obviously both play very good defense. I'm an advocate of that. I think Buffalo gets it done on the road. You have a rookie quarterback. Buffalo has a very good defense. They run the ball. It'll be tight. The game could very well go to overtime because every game goes to overtime. But on this one, I'll go Buffalo Bills to defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers. In review, Seattle beats Carolina, New England beats Cincinnati, Detroit beats Tampa Bay, try Detroit plus 5.5 and plus 7.5 if you can buy it up. Green Bay beats Chicago, KC beats Denver, try Denver plus 11.5 if you can buy it up from 9.5. If you can't, just take them plus 9.5. The Giants, Miami, I don't really have a feeling on that one. Houston, Tennessee, I will take Tennessee to win. Philadelphia, Washington, I like Washington to win this game and to cover the spread. Take them plus 6.5. Take them plus 8.5. If you want to grab them on the money line to win, you can do that as well. That's definitely a good value play. No one's going to take Washington there. Cleveland, Arizona, I like Arizona to win. Take the over in that game. If you can get Arizona plus 4.5, I'll take that all day long. Oakland defeats Jacksonville. Take Oakland on the money line to win. Minnesota at Chargers, very tight. I like the under. Chargers to win, but take the Chargers plus 3.5. This will be a tight one the whole way through. Two good defenses. It'll be a slugfest. Rams at Cowboys. I like the Cowboys to win here and get back on track. San Francisco to beat Atlanta. Atlanta to cover the 10.5. If you can get Atlanta plus 12.5, I'll take that all day. Buffalo, Pittsburgh, I like Buffalo to win. Take the under. Buffalo steamrolls toward the playoffs. Let's go, Buffalo. Circle the Williams, the wagons. They beat Duck Hodges and the Steelers tonight on Sunday Night Football. That's your Week 15. I got a lot of stuff going on here at the house. I got to go. Gambling God, Week 15, 2019, signing off.